Hey, what's going on, guys? Kalamazi here, and today I'm in a good mood, which is a change of pace. Maybe not a change of pace, but I'm actually happy and excited because today Demonology got a large amount of changes, what I would actually consider an overhaul compared to last changes we got in beta. Now, I guess alpha. This change, or these changes are pretty wild. Demonology feels different and good. It feels thematic. This is an overhaul, and these changes are really, really solid. I'm happy about them. I think everybody's happy about them. THE's happy about them. It's been good. It plays in a really fun way. The pathing is great, and we're going to highlight it all today. Talk about the changes and go from there. Oh, Destro got one change too, which is also pretty cool. So we'll talk about that, go from there, and look at it a little bit in combat. All that being said, let's do it. Alrighty, so getting into all this here, I'm gonna look at the blue post they put out talking about why they made the changes, look at the changes, look at the talent trees, and look at things a little bit in combat. Today's build focused mainly on demonology changes with one little Destro change. So, gonna skim through this here briefly. So cooldown alignment. We're removing all talents that reduce the cooldown of demonology summon abilities and baking those into the abilities, decreasing the cooldowns, whatever, so they align in a way that makes sense. So, spoilers ahead, Tyrant is baseline 1 minute. It has Grand Warlock's design baked into it. Vile Fiend, 30 seconds. Grimoire Felguard, 2 minutes, but it aligns with every other Tyrant, being Big Tyrant, Small Tyrant, like it used to be. It's fine. These talents, along with varying cooldowns, made it clunky and awkward and all that. Tyrant, removing Summon Demonic Tyrant to the center of the Demonology tree to make it much easier to access. I hope this happens for Destro and F as well, but we'll see. We want to first set out to design the new talent trees. When we first did, actually, there was an idea that we could make Summon Demonic Tyrant an option against abilities like Portal. However, Tyrant is so woven into what Demonology is, it's better to put it in the middle of the tree. I totally agree. Doom and Vile Fiend. We are expanding upon Doom and Vile Fiend by offering new talents to customize and upgrade his abilities. This is where the flavor comes in, especially for Vile Fiend, right? We want to ensure these are competitive options with one another in both single target and multi-target scenarios. So please provide feedback on them. You'll see the Vile Fiend stuff in a minute here. It is very, very cool. In terms of hatred and the Felguard portion of the tree, they're leaving it passive. Probably need some buffs because the cores were nerfed, but that's that. Demonic cores. Our goal with reining in demonic core economy is to bring demonology closer to affliction and destruction in terms of mobility. Now, that's a bit odd to me. Sorry, my still a little sick here, but it's a little odd to me because like affliction is infinitely mobile, but at the same time, AF can refresh dots in the move forever, which in the end, as far as like resource generation and damage dealt, is not what demonology could do in the past with the cores, generating shards, doing damage via demon bolts. So it sort of makes sense. I get what they're saying there to a certain extent. Destro, if you're playing Hellcaller, can just spam Wither a million times in the move. That's very strong. But either way, I guess I sort of understand what they're saying. But once again, you know, demonic cores would like to have more. All basically saying here, we're going to watch feedback and see what happens. Abyssal Dominion. So this was changed as well. I'm just going to hop to this in the talent tree over here. So this was changed to now increase demonic tyrant damage by 70% and increase active demons by 20%. Now, this does indeed stack with Reign of Tyranny. So Diabolus, Reign of Tyranny Demo looks to be back. Very cool. For destruction, it basically says when your infernal expires, it splits into two smaller fragmented infernals at half the generation and damage. They're really cool. It works with Reign of Chaos and all that. Very, very cool. We'll look at that in a minute here as well. But yeah, I think this is a good change overall. This used to be the casting Cataclysm ability would summon an Overfiend for destruction. And while that was cool, having Kata as like your fourth node in the Destro tree just felt awkward. Having an ability here, you had to go for Kata 4, which you didn't want in single target, which is sort of awkward, right? And this is also the Grimoire Felguard reduction for Demonology, which, once again, if you didn't get, you know, baseline minute Tyrant and everything else, it would have been okay if you were playing minute and a half Tyrant and Reign of Tyranny, but I think making Tyrant just baseline 1 minute, better option all around. This is the new tree, if you haven't seen it. But yeah, so they mentioned here briefly, we want to give a heads up at the Overfiend, the Kata base thing from this ability, will reappear in the Destro tree in a future build as a replacement for Avatar Destruction, which is currently where Decimating Bolt is. It will undergo a slight redesign, mainly to address some of the components that Avatar Destruction provided and went missing with the inclusion of Decimating Bolt. So, sounds like Bolt's gone, we're being moved somewhere else, and we're getting Abyssal Overfiend back, which is cool. So, that is that. The changes here. I'm going to try and find them. So, there are a lot today. We'll look at the actual tree in a minute here also, and go from there. Okay, we covered this. Tyrant, Tyrant increase, Infernal increase, all that. Also damage increase there. So, the cooldown on Vilefiend, half a minute, was 45. The cooldown on Tyrant, 1 minute, was a minute 30. Fel Invocation has been redesigned. Soul Strike, same thing here. Basically, they took the Vilefiend part of Fel Invocation and just removed it. It's actually good. We'll see where it's at in the tree in a minute here. Pact of the Arid Ruin. This thing summons your Doomguard. They made it cast Doombolt volleys as, your capstone. It's good. It's a guaranteed chance for a Doomguard as well. We'll look at it in combat in a minute, but it's pretty good. Ferocity of Faharg. Faharg and Shatug are the dogs in Taurus. The purple and red fire dogs. Second boss in the raid. Been renamed to Flame Touch and been redesigned. Increases the attack speed of dogs by 20% and their crit strike chance by 15%. This thing here has been redesigned. Your Vilefiend becomes Summon Gloomhound and learns the following ability. Gloom Slash. So your Vilefiend literally transforms into the purple dog from Taurus. It is big. And yes, melee and everybody can indeed see it. This thing is bugged. It is doing insane damage right now. So it'll be there for some point, or fixed, right? Very cool that added the remaining damage clause to this. Very, very cool to see. Very good. Solid, awesome, like Devouring Plague. And this is more single target based. This one here, your Vilefiend becomes the red one and learns the following ability. It basically twerks fire damage on mobs around it. So AoE dog, red. Single target dog, purple. Maybe there's some relevancy there to the fight. I don't remember, but that's that. Very cool. Some new talents here. Shadow Touch, Foul Mouth, increasing Wicked Maw. Wicked Maw causes targets to take more damage. Vilefiend damage increase, which this likely will affect these. I don't think it is now, but it likely will at some point. Houndmaster's Gambit, a new capstone. Very, very cool. Your Dreadstalkers deal 50% increased damage while your Vilefiend is active. Keep in mind, Vilefiend, half a minute cooldown, and Tyrant is a minute. So your Vilefiend's active quite often. You can cast one between each Tyrant and extend the other one. So very powerful capstone. We'll see where it goes. Blood Invocation. The cooldown on Siphon reduced by 5 seconds, and Siphon increases dealable damage by 20. It's whatever. It's there. It's fine. This increases Grimoire damage by 10%, and you get a Demonic Core whenever Grimoire expires. So once every 2 minutes, you get a core back. It's something. If it's worthwhile, you'll take it and see where it goes. Impending Doom increases Doom damage and gives a shard when it expires. Other abilities here. Implosion, Imp Gang Boss, Inner Demons have been moved to Gate 1. Tyrant, Ring of Tyranny, Expendables, Annihilating Training, Gate 2. Vilefiend, Calling, Tactics, and Brutality, Gate 3. These are all 1-point talents, and these have all been removed. All basically passives. Now, the cool thing about this tree, and we're going to look at it in game here in a bit too, is that literally this tree, if we zoom out a little bit here, every single talent is 1 talent point. There is not a single 2-point talent node in this tree, and there are a total of 43 talents. I believe that is tied for the lowest amount of talents of any class in the game, and we are tied with Windwalker for the lowest amount of 2-point nodes in our tree being 0. This is a very strong overhaul. You can basically get pretty much whatever you want for single target, for AoE, and well, yeah, go from there. So let's hop into game, take a look at it. I'm going to change scenes here, and well, stat. So what we're looking at here, I am looking currently at a build that I played in AoE. This tree is very different from what we've seen before, but it is still very cool. So Demon Bolt, obviously number 1 here. Now they have Dreadstalkers, Implosion, everything in this row here. I'm going to build, I basically make a new build here so we can just like sort of look at how pathing is concerned for both things, but I'm going to reset this. So first thing, Demon Bolt, obviously. Second note here, Dreadstalkers. You've got Carnivorous here, Dreadlash here, Strength, Soul Strike. So you have this part of the tree where you have 2 points left to spend, too. And if you're looking for pure single target, you have to path into Implosion or Imp Gang Boss or Spy for Recon. This is better on retail. Might be worse than this in alpha, depending on core nerfs and all that. So some people are a little angry about this, or like concerned about having Implosion up here because like, oh, it's an AoE ability, I'm playing single target, all that. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't mind it. The whole tree is 1-point talent nodes, and you can get basically whatever you want. Plus, like, Demo's profile is like stack cleave based, a lot of stack cleave. I know that you can play it in single target. I get it might be irrelevant at times. When you look at the rest of the pathing of the tree, you'll see what I mean. I think it's okay. It's more than fine. And there's that. So basically, I grabbed this for Spy for Recon to unlock the rest of the tree here. So then we have Inner Demons, 1 point. We have Soul Strike being here. So right in the middle, Soul Strike. Your pet's you're gonna have it basically everywhere, every build. Soul Striking. Here's Spell Invocation to give you a shard and do more damage. You want that. So ability over here, Shadow Bolt damage, or I guess damage increase, cast time reduction, and pet damage increase. You have Imperator right here, so increase your Imp's firebolt damage if you want, which is more single target based for stat. Nillion Training, Shadow Invocation, so it is indeed still here. The bomber bonus damage ability, right? And over here you have Wicked Maw, which is the old Houndmaster stratagem, basically FTS, Implosion does more damage ability, right? So let's say we're building a single target tree, right? We'll grab this, I'll grab this, you can path in the Grimoire Plug Arbing over here. Tyrant is right here in the middle, super easy to get. Every build playing Tyrant, gonna grab Ram Tyranny probably. Siphon's right here, super easy to grab too. And you have 3 talents left to spend wherever you want here, or even here, technically, you know, if you wanted to. You have Fell Sunder being here, Fiendish Ablation, basically the damage increase to Grimoire in 1 core if you want. You have Calling here, Tyranny's already been taken. Umbra Blaze being here, you have Blood Invocation here for the power siphon reduction, cooldown wise and damage increase, and Expendables over here. So in AoE, what I've done, I've gone into Expendables, I've gone into, I believe I went into Calling, and I believe I went into Fiendish. I might have, no, I think I went into Imp Boss actually, one of these two. But either way, the one pathing issue, well, there's a few, but one minor one that I have here is Umbra Blaze being right here as the only node that leads into Imp Mother. I'd love to have Imp Mother, but unfortunately, I don't want to path through Umbra Blaze, really at all, honestly, but especially in AoE to get this node. And this feels like it's a bit more, it is a universally applicable node. It's good in single target, good in AoE, all that. Blaze can probably just go, put something else here, but we'll see where that goes down the line. Either way, by putting my last point here in Imp Gang Boss or Sunder, or wherever you want, and throw it up here, we open up the last little bit here. 10 points to spend. You're ready to go with your capstones, right? So, Biofiend, half a minute. You have abilities here, increasing Biofiend, Shadow Touched, Flame Touched, Foul Mouth, Fire Dog, Shadow Dog. I will say that it is currently bugged. These dogs, if you talent into them, are 45-second cooldowns. They're not 30, probably just an oversight. At the same time, they don't work with Tyrant extensions. Likely a bug. We'll see where that goes, but there is that. So I have gone into both Flame Touch, giving dogs an attack speed increase, crit strike chance, Shadow Touch, giving Wicked Maw a chance to cause target take more damage for my demons, all that kind of stuff. And then you have Gambit here, increasing dogs. You have Biofiend active. You have the single target Shadow Dog or the AoE Red Dog. Now, this dog is incredibly busted right now. It's bugged, doing insane damage. It'll be fixed. I'm not going to show it because, like, I mean, I'll show you the visual, but, like, I'm not going to do it in combat here because it's just too stupid. It's wild. But this dog is the Fire Dog. He does fire damage, right? Now, at this point, I have my Biofiend, my dog, the empowerments, and I have 5 points to spend still. You can see what I mean. You get whatever you want, pretty much, right? So, I'm going to path into Entorin, and you can go through here to grab, like, Guillotine or Hatred. Hatred's pretty mediocre with the core nerfs being around. Guillotine, I don't really love in the first place. These are fine. Probably just a little undertuned, a little bit boring over here, honestly. Crit strike increase being here as well. Or you can path through Doom. Now, this is the new Doom. Basically, half a minute cooldown, consuming a core reduces the duration of Doom by 5 seconds. It does not necessarily. They've also added Doom Eternal, which reduces the duration by 2 more seconds whenever you cast a core. However, it's not working currently. But you'll see it's still pretty powerful. So we're going to path in the Doom Eternal, Pact of the Aerodrome. This is your Doom Guard, right? And this is a 100% chance to proc a Doom Guard, right? So all that being considered, we have 1 point to spend. You can throw it here in Foul Mouth, giving Biofiend damage increase. I assume this works with this at some point. I don't believe it does now, but chances are high. I'll throw it in here. And you can see I've gotten basically whatever I want bottom of my tree. I didn't want Sack Souls, it's fine. I put all 10 points down here in 1 talent nodes, and you're good to go. This is like single target. I think I might have changed 1 talent somewhere else at some point, but it's what I played in, or sorry, this is AoE. Played this in AoE. See if it's the same build here. I played this, I guess, somewhere. I don't know, but it doesn't really matter either way. There's that, sure. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's 10. But point being, there's also a single target build, which you can play right here. You can also pretty much get whatever you want in single target. Now, I've opted to go into Hatred here. You can go into whatever ends up being good is fine. Umbra Blaze into Pact of the Imp Mother. Seems underwhelming playing Hatred now, but we'll see what happens with like core tuning and all that. But once again, you get basically everything. Tyrant, Ray of Tyranny, Grimoire, Bialfiend. You get Purple Dog and not Red Dog. I'm playing this one because this is bugged, right? Obviously, but they're all really, really good. The pathing feels good. You're not playing Doom. If you want it, you can get it. Just go through, basically here instead and pull a point somewhere else. But like, you can get whatever you want, man. The tree is open. You can get what you want. You play what you want, and that's just that. Let's take a look at it in combat. All right, AoE build here. We're going to play Diabolist. Soul Harvester's a thing too. They're actually both pretty good. Probably make a video this week looking at them both in combat and break things down more, but I don't want this video to be 2 hours long. So we're going to look at Diabolist here. Keep in mind, Tyrant's Empowered, which does indeed stack with Ray of Tyranny and all that here. We're in AoE, so it won't be as like strong than single target. We'll look at that in a minute here too. So we're going to open up here. Keep in mind, once again, Doom is bugged, not getting CDR or duration reduction from Doom Eternal, but I really have this. I have to admit that it hasn't been as bad managing Doom. I know that our bonus is better from S3 and 4. I get that, but it hasn't been that bad. And honestly, like having a guaranteed Doom Guard every time feels really good. You'll see it in damage here. Looks pretty good too. Also, I don't know how this is working. Nobody else can get details working but me. I don't know how to do it. I've had it for a month. I have no idea how it's working. I'm sorry. I can't help. I don't know. I'm Florida man, small brain. I don't know. Sorry, but it's working. So, yeah, here we go. So we're gonna open up. I'm gonna siphon here. We're heading to a pack and plus, whatever. Pets are ready to go. I'm gonna cast my Doom. There he goes. Cast my Grimoire. Cast my Charhound. He's very large. There he is. He jumps in, and he attacks. He's also not working with Tyrant extensions, so keep that in mind. I'm gonna Tyrant here. Gonna cast Strength. I'm gonna pot, and here is the damage breakdown. Doom already fell. Reapplying Doom. There's the Doom Guard. Gonna implode in second tier. Like things just flying in. Like this is insane flavor. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Look at this. Look, what is happening right now? Like this is insane flavor. Look at this class, man. Like it's so insane. It's so cool. There's Doom again. Doom Guard's out again. I'm gonna implode again. Look at the breakdown here. So this is my main Felguard. Doom Bolt Volley. Ruination from the Pit Lord. Doom itself. Charhound is the red dog. It'll be higher, but once again, not working with Tyrant extension, not getting value from talents and all that. Still very good. Hand of Gul'dan. There are pets spawning left and right. Dude, Demonology, this is what I wanted, man. Demonology just feels flavorful. It feels good to play. This is what, I mean, there's this Mother of Chaos. There's a Pit Lord coming down. There's a free Meteor here. Even the cores, like, Diabolist smooths out Demonology's rotation a considerable amount because you have these extra abilities. You have the Imp Mother coming down, giving you an empowered Infernal Bolt. You have the Pit Lord coming down, giving you Ruination. Basically a free hand of Gul'dan, right? These abilities giving you these extra shards, ways to generate more shards faster, like right there, Infernal Bolt. It really even sort of makes up, in a sense, for the lack of cores. Don't get me wrong, I still want cores, all the above, but like, it doesn't feel as bad as I thought it would when I first read it all. Once again, Ruination, 3-shard Meteor right there, hand of Gul'dan again, and it flows really well. And there's mobs and mobs of demons, dude, right? Like, it's super, super cool. And breakdown-wise, like, your pet's doing a lot, but hand of Gul'dan, Doom Bolt Volley from this thing right here. There it goes again. Doom, doing 8%. Doom Bolt Volley, 10%. Your dog's doing 8%. This is also bugged because I'm playing this, which is not working with Tyrant. So they're active. This is not active, essentially, for anywhere near as long because it's not being extended, right? So dogs would do more. This, wherever he's at, the Gloomhound, wherever he is, right here, will do more, right? Very, very cool to see. And if you swap more, maybe you're curious about how is, Tyrant doing? Well, I mean, in AoE, Tyrant's sort of like mediocre. Not insane, but still higher than what it is currently on retail. And this is AoE. If you look at it in single target, which we can do here in a minute, whenever I can lead combat, because dummy testing, it's actually pretty wild. I'm going to keep just straight up playing this build. Not going to change anything else here because it's toss-up, whatever. It's fine. It's alpha. Doesn't matter a whole lot. But Ray of Tyranny can get you 15 imps in a Tyrant, not 10. Ring gives you 5 more, so 15 total. It's hard to do when you're opener and things, when you're first, with no real cores and, not having resources flowing. But either way, we're going to look at it here. You guys can see what it does in damage. It's actually pretty strong. I'm going to siphon here. Going in. Going to set up like usual. Cast this guy. Get that out. Cast my dog. Going to do this. Not going to apply Doom. It's whatever. Dreadstalkers. Try and build more imps here because I have more time. These Shadow Bolt casts are pretty fast because of the talent, right? So I'm going to go hand, or bolt, hand, I got 11 in. I'm gonna Tyrant, right? Watch him climb. There he is. 6, 8.4, 10, 13, 14, and this is without a potion. This is without PI. This is without, well, PI is a bad word to say. I mean, PI. This is without Lust. This is without an on-use trinket, right? I've seen him reach 18% as well. If I'm playing Pact of the Antmother here and get a refund on my opener, I have 15 imps on my Tyrant. He's even stronger, right? And the cool thing is that I'm Tyranting again literally in 30 seconds. Literally. Like, you can cast your Vile Fiend or your Charhound between every Tyrant when the bug is fixed, right? So it's actually pretty strong, but it's not super strong where it's like, okay, this is too good, you have to nerf it. It's at the right point where it's strong, it's impactful, but they don't got to come in and just hit it with a bat. It's like, all right, yeah, this is really good. I mean, this is good, this is strong, it does damage, but not like, this is too strong. Nerf it. Not old, decon, right? So we're going to Tyrant again here. I'm going to cast this, cast my dog if I remember to do it. Didn't give me imps in, I sort of scuffed it, but hey, doesn't really matter. Whatever. We got 9. It's fine. Watch him climb, though. 7%. He'll climb the fire around 10%, give or take. Once again, without unused trinkets. This is a small Tyrant as well. If I throw a Grimoire in here in half a minute, it's not bad, man. If you're playing a pure single target build, he's even higher, right? Like, it feels like a good balance. You have pets spawning from Diabolos every 2 seconds, man. You've got shards coming in from Inferno Bolts, Ruination Meteor spawning. It feels thematic. It feels like Demo. I've got this huge fire dog running around. I've got this huge purple dog running around. I've got the bosses from Taurus, which we literally brought up in the feedback. Not even just me, but other people did too. Like, thematic. I mean, you've got Faharg and Chatug in here. Make them the Taurus bosses. They literally did. And as far as putting Vile Fiend down here, it's like your like larger cooldown instead of Tyrant, I'm down for it. I think it's fine. It's actually really cool, right? Because like Vile Fiend's been in an odd spot for a long time where it's been okay, but like you played Soul Strike over it, you played other abilities, you skipped over it. But now it turns into a huge dog. It's sick, it's cool. It's a massive purple dog. It's literally well, that's a pit lord, but there he is, like there's too many pets, man. There's too many pets. Listen to him stomp. Sounds like me walking around my apartment, dude. This guy's sick. All I hope is they make him even larger to piss Melee off even more. But TLDR, jokes aside, the demo changes are very, very good. I'm legitimately really happy today. Pathing is great. Barring maybe like Umbra Blaze and like a couple of things here and there. Pathing is very good. You can get what you want. It feels great to play, whether you're playing Diabolos, Soul Harvester. We'll look at these both in combat later on this weekend, whatever, in a more in-depth breakdown video, but they both look good. Let's look very briefly at Destruction. All right, so the only change to Destro today, it has not received the tuning or the pruning or any kind of like overhaul, but they did indeed change Abyssal Dominion. They said that they're getting rid of the Overfiend with Kata ability because Kata's down here, pathing-wise, and if it's only based around Kata in this node here. It's like, if you're not playing Kata, you have a dead node in your hero talent tree, right? So they're going to bring the Overfiend back down here to replace Bolt at some point in a later build, but currently they have made it so that your Infernal does more damage, and when he dies, basically, he summons 2 smaller Infernals, which do indeed replicate the color of your main Infernal. If it's blue, it'll be blue. Purple, be purple. You'll see it here in a minute. It also works with Reign of Chaos. Reign of Chaos Infernals do indeed spawn baby Infernals. Infernal Brand, baby Infernals do indeed have Infernal Brand as well. It's very cool. Actually pretty strong too. And also Inferno's working. They fixed the shard generation on it. So it is 2 shards. We're gonna look at it here in combat. I'll try and get a good view of the Infernals. Maybe a little tough, we'll give it a shot. So we're going to start off right here, just heading in, not optimal rotation here or anything, just like going in, doing whatever. Couple immolates up here. Immo, Infernal down, put the rock down. Havoc, build some shards here. Throw an immolate out if I don't lag enough. There's 1, 2. Looking for an actual Infernal to spawn off Reign of Chaos here. It is ticking for 20 more seconds. This weak warrior here above my nameplate will also show if one does. It just did, actually. So watch this. Whenever he despawns, he's going to spawn 2 baby Infernals, which should be right about there. There they are, right? And they're stacked. There's 2 babies active and 1 big one now, right? So we're going to have the big one expire now, right about now, and 2 more baby Infernals spawn. There's 2 baby Infernals, and 2 more are going to spawn in a minute here as well, I think. We proc them for Reign of Chaos. And yeah, there's 2 more. You can see it can get pretty wild. The Infernal Brand stacks are pretty crazy. RNG is RNG, obviously. But I had it earlier where I had a total of 20, like 20, baby Infernal spawn over the course of an Infernal window with Reign of Chaos. It was just insane RNG. If you played with Ram Chaos in the past, you know sometimes you proc it a bunch, sometimes you don't at all. But it was insane RNG, but it was fun. There's a million little baby Infernos running around, and even the breakdown-wise, like, they're doing a good portion of your damage. It's 16% and 10%. I've seen 18 and 11. I've seen 35+% as well. Like, this is the Demon Bolt Pit Lord Meteor from Diabolus. Like, look at the actual Immolation Aura image here, right? It's pretty solid, man. It's Infernal brand increasing it, but like, this is your main Infernal. Here are the baby Infernals, right? Like, it's solid, man. The Shard Gen feels good. And even as far as like Inferno is concerned, obviously like the Shard Gen part of Inferno is gone. But even without it, man, like just playing import targets, like having a 2-shard Rain of Fire still feels almost like how Inferno used to. But at the same time, you're not having that constant Rain of Fire spam over and over and over. But you have these points where you can go Rain of Fire, Conflagrate, Rain of Fire, Infernal Bolt, Rain of Fire, Rain of Fire, Rain of Fire, Conflagrate, Rain of Fire. It feels like it used to, sort of, but it does a good job at bridging that gap between like mass AoE being good and like, you know, smaller pull swings sort of mediocre. And so overall solid. Destro not receiving changes yet to the tree. Next week, the week after maybe, but all the changes today, I'm pretty happy. So thanks for watching, guys. That wraps it up. Hopefully you're as excited about the changes as I am for Demonology and Destro as well. I would expect some changes to come still. Like I said, some talent choices like Umbral Blaze, placement, certain things like Wicked Mob might change, but I love the thematics of the spec. This is what we wanted. This is what I wanted to base the feedback off of, is having like thematics for Demonology, not just like, all right, this can change numerically, this can change that, but like thematics. I want Demo to feel like Demo. I want to summon, you know, big demons, big pets, this and that. We're literally summoning bosses from Antorus. Our pets feel good. Pairing it with Diabolist or Soul Harvester both feels insane. Tyrant hits hard again. Tyrant's easy to access too in the middle of the tree. I'm excited, man. It feels good, it flows good, and the pathing also is great. So now, if you guys want any week orders or add-ons you saw in the video, or in general, links to my Twitch and Discord down below. They're all for free for you guys. At the same time, like always, a shout out to my patrons. For all supporting on Patreon, y'all, thank you a million times as well. I appreciate it. Sorry, I'm struggling here with my nose still. If you want to look at supporting on Patreon, should be a link up here as well as down below in the video description. Now, this weekend, probably at some point, I'm making an updated version of feedback based around the changes for Demonology here. But like I said, honestly, pairing this version of Demonology with Diabolist or Diabolist, or whatever everyone's calling it, Soul Harvester and all that, it feels really good. It feels like Demonology. It's fun to play. It's thematic. It's exciting. And when they fix the bugs with the dogs and stuff, the Antorus bosses, it'll be even better. I'm pumped. This is what I wanted. If they can nail Destro and Af, like how they nailed Demonology, dude, Locke's going to be in the best state it's been in probably in a very, very, very long time in Warthin. So, all that being said, thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, hit the like and sub button below. Helps out a ton. And I will catch you all again soon on stream. Peace.